talking about bra inserts, also known as bra cups. And these are the things that go inside of dresses to give them more structure and to sort of get the desired results that you want from a particular garment. So right now I'm just going to go through a series of the different types of bra inserts that are involved in creating the desired effect that you would like in a dress. So here I have my little helper here, my little dress form whose name gets changed like once a week. I'm going to be using her as a way to help me sort of illustrate how, the bra inserts work to achieve a desired result. So the first one I wanted to use were these push-up inserts. So there are these inserts, if you guys wanted to have a little bit of a closer look here. This is what they look like. So they're actually not meant to cover the entire bust area. They go just underneath here. And as you see, it doesn't create a complete coverage, more like a half coverage. And it's usually used in garments to create a push-up effect. So you're not adding an increased size to the dress or the garment, you're just trying to give it a push-up. So it's more of a cleavage thing here. So these are what we call push-up enhancers. Okay. The next example I have is the molded foam. If you can sort of like hear what's going on here, it's very thin. So there's not much, if any, padding inside of it. Okay. And just want to make sure you guys have a clear view. What these are used for a lot of times is just to give a shape. So it's not a lot of support. It's more so to give a very contour and a nice firm shape to a garment, or to a dress rather. And they go in just like this. It kind of looks like they go like this, but they go like this. I got these from Joann's, and Joann's brand, you actually get the notches here so they can help you sort of realize like how it goes in the garment, which direction goes which. So these are, like I said, really good if you're just trying to get a shape of a garment and you're not adding any cleavage, it's not giving you any support, but you just want to give a very firm shape to a dress. The next one are these, and these are soft molds. And as you can see, they're made from a very flexible fabric, extremely thin. And they have these little tabs here to help you insert them inside of a garment. I usually see these in like swimsuits and things like that, but you can put them inside dresses. Again, they give you, I don't prefer to use these, especially when they have this tab here. But you can use this for a very sort of subtle shaping to the garment, but you would still need to have some other form of support inside the dress. You wouldn't be able to just go braless necessarily, depending on your cup size, with this sort of insert. But I like it because it gives you a soft support. It's a kind of insert if you had a very stretchy material garment, or if you had something that was very thin layered, for example, if it was just the main layer of a dress and maybe the lining. This is great because it's not going to be so obvious that there's something inside of there, but it's a very soft way to sort of give you that same sort of support as far as visual to a garment. So these are great for that. Again, I don't use them that often, but they're great if you want a subtle support. These are actually a favorite of mine, these cups right here. As you can see, they look a little bit like a bra without anything else. So essentially that's what I like about this sort of insert, is because they look like a bra without anything else, and it gives you a lot of benefits that bras have. So it gives you sort of this smooth surface with this sort of like satin coating on top of it. You get the push-up enhancer built inside of it, and it gives you support. It gives you tons of support. I put these in dresses often when a client wants to wear a garment or wear a dress that doesn't, and they don't want to wear a bra with it. So they say, you know what, I want support, I want coverage, I want the nipple shields, I want all that, but I also, don't want to have to worry about straps inside of my dress or constant adjustments. So I want kind of like an all-in-one. So I often use these to achieve that effect. So these are called push-up inserts. They do have often some sort of gel molding or something inside of it, a gel filling rather inside of it. The downside of having the gel inside of it, if there is a downside to it, is that when you're sewing these in, often when you're sewing inserts inside of a dress, you want to focus on this area right here. See these corners? So these corners are the areas that you want to focus in. And I also like to do an additional sort of like attachment stitch here, where it's not, it's more like a chain stitch here. And that's something that I will discuss in my other class videos and how you can achieve that. But it's not even connected really. It's more of something you just have as like a reinforcement to make sure that if these two fail somehow, the insert doesn't fall out of the dress. And when you are sewing them inside of the dress, if you puncture the gel in any way, it will leak in the dress. So that's sort of the downside with this, is that if the gel is punctured in any way, it leaks out and it could damage a garment. So you have to be very careful when you're sewing these inserts in with the gel. Also with this insert, you have to also keep in mind that it does increase the size of the bust. So it is an enhancer. It does increase the size of the bust. You will run into the issue that it will change the fitting of it. So it might make the dress be more pronounced in the front. It might make it more difficult to zipper because now you have that filling in of that area. So it's something you should definitely often try on before you make that full leap to say, I'm going to put those in there. And then you realize, oh wait, I can't have these particular cups because now my dress doesn't zip. So I definitely think that it's important that you understand the different types. You also understand what they do, and it helps you achieve the look that you're going for when you're adding these inside of a dress. Now that I have gone over sort of the good, we have to talk about the not so good. And what I found in doing a lot of alterations is a lot of times I get dresses that have these babies in them. You can see these. I don't like these. I don't like these because they don't have any actual shape. As you can see, if we're doing a comparison here, the shape that you get with a normal bust area is, or a bra, is this almost teardrop shape where you have the curve here and the curve here, and they come out to a point, which is ideal, which is what you want when you're doing any kind of bra inserts. Here's another option here. Even here, you have more of a circle here, and then it's a little bit flatter here. As you can see in these cups, it is full-on circle. This tends to not, I don't think it's a realistic shape, and it's not very flattering, especially when you have a dress that is very close fitting. If you look at the dress head on, just listen, you have like a giant circle just right there, just like rearing back at you. So I often have to replace these in dresses because they do, especially when they come from like, from the internet and things like that, they often come with these cups and they have to be replaced because they don't complement the person wearing it. They don't complement the dress. So oftentimes they have to be replaced. So if you ever, either as someone who purchases something and you look inside and you say, oh no, I have these in there, better often than not, you should probably just replace them, go to a seamstress, get them replaced, or you can replace them yourself. Sewing them in is pretty easy, or just take them out altogether and just wear a bra if you really don't want to go through any of that. I've yet to see a situation where these being in the dress doesn't affect the way the dress looks in some way. So I would say if you can all avoid these sort of cups, if you can see them one more time, they have this complete circle around. It's not really any support, sort of foam material. These are not the best for dressmaking. So that's pretty much it on my instructional on bra inserts. I mean, like I said, there's different kinds of inserts for depending on what your desired results are for the outcome of the dress. These are just a few that I have. There's also, when you're talking about the push-up, there's also a triangle shape. So if you see one, you're like, oh, she talked about, this sort of teardrop shape one. There's also the triangular shape one, which are good for these sort of bodices where it comes like straight down And a style like this, obviously, if it was too open, would cut right into it. So you also have the triangle push-ups as an option. That way it gives you more of this shape and it doesn't show the bra insert through the neckline. Again, so this is just sort of a couple of assists to help you when you're trying to either create a garment or alter one that you already have. So I created an original Lady Cloth U pattern to aid you guys in cups for your designs. The pattern is printed on 11 by 17 paper, and here you can see where we have the sizing color coded so that you're able to distinguish what size you need for your project. To ensure you have the right sizing, you want to make sure you head to the testing box and just briefly use the ruler to make sure that you're measuring the right measurements. This was cut a little off, so that's why you see some of it's missing. But this is about 4 by 4, and it's just making sure that I know that, yes, this is the appropriate size pattern, and I'm not cutting this or scaling this too small or too big so that it accurately meets my measurements. So once we've done that, now we can go ahead and begin to cut based on the pattern size that we want. I'm going to go with a size 14, and I'm just going to go and match my color with the size so that I can ensure that it's an accurate measurement. If you're doing this on a computer, I know in Adobe Photoshop, they allow you to single out each layer so that you're not doing this. You're not having to kind of look at all these various lines. You're able to just single out, okay, I need a size 12, and it will just give you the size 12 if you're doing this in some sort of Photoshop or Adobe. Also, if you don't have access to that, you can, what I did in this one of these, I just took a similar color to what I was doing and I just traced it in that color. So now we have it cut out, and again I decided to use a size 14 pattern, and here you can see that I have the top or the upper cup area, and it just lets you know, just like in any other pattern, what you need to do. Here you can see the corresponding markings so that you know how much you need to cut, where you need to cut, and making sure you transfer all those markings onto your muslin pattern. This pattern does go up to triple D. The measurements, when you go to my Etsy shop or to my website to purchase this, you will see a small sizing chart that will let you know if you're getting the right size and how far the pattern does go up to. I try to accommodate a wide variety of sizes for this pattern. You can use the bra foam that I have, or you can use a thicker foam if you need more of a molded cup. So you can really go either way with this bra cup. The goal was to offer more options as far as sizing when we are creating custom cups for whether it's personal use or for business use. We just want to give more options than just the standard factory options. This pattern, as well as many others, are available on my website or in my Etsy shop, link in the description. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Videos are uploaded weekly covering dressmaking, fashion, lectures, and more.